to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. Today is January 19th, and I'm Dhamma Bum. I'll be your guide for today's guided meditation. And our theme will be Passage Meditation 2. Last Friday, I fumbled an incoming call and it cut off the audio at 16 minutes. That's my bad. But let's look at the good side. It's a happy accident. Now, anyone who wants to use the first 16 minutes of last week can use it for samatha or serenity meditation, and that's a good thing. We'd encourage people to check out the description boxes from last week, Friday the 16th. That has the bibliography, and also today's and other ones as well. There's a lot of information in there about meditation and Buddhism. We do guided meditation so in the hopes that participants will find something that they like or that interests them, pick up some skills that they can use, and that it'll be helpful. And that's our goal. Tomorrow, probably the closed captions version with a transcript will be available. And just a reminder, meditation, the first has two phases. The first phase is samatha or serenity. That's getting in the groove. And that's about the first half. And then the second half is panya or wisdom or insight. If you enjoy this meditation, please give us a like, a comment, share with others, or consider giving us a super thanks. Long story. It's back on now. Anyway, won't bore you with the details. So with that, on my mark. Please find yourself in a quiet spot. Spine straight, shoulders back. Let your chin drop towards your chest. Let your hands rest in your lap or on your thighs or on your knees. Close your eyes and your mouth gently and imagine a ball of white light, an inch or two, 3 to 5 centimeters beneath your nostrils. Breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Just smooth, natural breaths at your own pace. You can go, don't worry about being too fast or too slow, too deep or too shallow. Just breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Remember that first we get calm and then wisdom will arise. It never goes the other direction. Wisdom never arises from a mind in turmoil. Now on Monday, we always focus on the coming week. And we start with the Dhammapada, verses 1 and 2. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a corrupt heart, and sorrow will follow one as surely as the cart follows the ox that pulls it. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a pure heart, and happiness will follow one as surely as one's never departing shadow. So we are taught that our mind creates our moods, our delusions, our obsessions. We don't meditate to get something. We meditate to calm our mind and tame our heart and to let things go. If we let go a little, we get a little serenity. If we let go a lot, we get a lot of serenity. And if we let go completely, that is, if we accept life just the way it is, we find complete serenity. Now, today we're going to talk a little bit about passage meditation in the second part of our meditation. But first, we need to say a word about the human condition. The human condition consists of 5 khandhas, or clinging aggregates. And the 5 khandhas are our body, our feelings, our memories and perceptions, our thoughts, and our consciousness. And these are all impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. We are taught they are like a lump of molten lead. We cannot touch it on the top or on the sides or the bottom. There's no place we can touch without burning ourselves very badly. So we look at it, we see them for what they are, and we let them go. Please join me in a thought experiment. In your mind's eye, please lift up and look down on your head, on your skull. And on your right, you will see your monkey mind. And it's very busy with its changing moods. You can see the color go from blue to pink to red to black to white. Not steady, not stable, always moving around. And on the left are our thoughts. And our thoughts are like self-licking ice cream cones. They are just very busy giving themselves something to do. And mostly they suck up to our moods. So if we are happy, they make us giddy. If we are sad, they make us depressed. They're just running around in circles, trying to make themselves important. And try not to think too much during meditation. There's a big difference between thinking and wisdom. So we let those things go. Remember that our thoughts and our monkey mind are impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. We look at them, we see them for what they are, and we let them go. As meditators, we have 3 duties. First is mindfulness. In this group, we focus on the white light. We listen to the Dhamma talk, not to get attached to it, but to let it sink in, just wash over us. Our second duty is collectedness, or we could say concentration. When outside thoughts, issues intrude, when, not if, outside thoughts will intrude, we gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on the light as it goes in through my nose, down past my heart to my stomach, and back out the same way. And our third duty is contentment. We have a duty to be calm now. We cannot change what we had for breakfast this morning. We don't know what's happening 10 seconds from now. We are just here now. And we let our attention focus on the light, and we calm our mind and tame our heart. In a word, mindfulness, collectedness, and contentment. In a word, we could say copacetic, calm, peaceful. And we just stitch together these little clusters of calm, and shazam, we look up and it's 2 hours later and we go, my gosh, I haven't had an angry, resentful, fearful thought in 2 hours. How did that happen? Well, how indeed. And that's why we meditate. If you can be calm and collected for a few seconds today in this meditation, you can string that together for minutes after our meditation and stitch together those little bubbles of bliss, and you'll be surprised at what happens. Just an aside, there are notes, but I can't respond to notes during the meditation. I'll have a word with you afterwards, though. Now, as we go through this week, we may encounter situations that are suboptimal, let's say, that don't go exactly the way we planned. So here are 4 tips for being calm this week. Number 1, let's be impeccable in our speech. Let's say what we mean what we say, but don't say it mean. We can't take back words that are spoken in anger or haste. Well, we can try, but second, let's not assume what other people are thinking. When I assume, I make an ass of you and me. I don't know about you, but I'm a very poor mind reader. So let's not do that. Let's not project our feelings onto others. Third, Q-tip, quit taking it personally. Whatever else the universe is doing, I assure you, the universe is not interested in messing up my week or your week or anybody else's. And fourth, let's do our best. As we go through our week, when things happen and they go kind of sideways on us, let's consider this. What's my next response going to be like? Is it going to be like a hat, a haircut, or a face tattoo? If it's like a hat and I come home and I decide I don't like that hat, I can just throw it away. No harm, no foul. If it's like a haircut and I come home and I look in the mirror and I say, wow, that's a bad haircut. Maybe I need to run outside and get that hat again. Wear that for a couple of weeks until it grows in. But if it's like a face tattoo, this is going to be a little harder to deal with and to resolve. And so let's be mindful of what our reactions are during the week. Now, as we move into Panya, as I mentioned last Friday, I fumbled a call and I cut off the audio at 16 minutes. That's my bad. But it's a happy accident. Anyone who wants to can use that first 16 minutes for samatha or serenity. And we'd urge you to check out the description boxes from last Friday, the 16th, and also today. And there's a bibliography in there of passage meditation. And I'll pick up just about where we left off. There are fast messages and there are slow messages in life. Fast messages, drink Coke, have it your way. You deserve a break today. Things like that. There are slow messages, which are mostly spiritual in nature, but not always. Here are some examples. The Dhammapada that participants in this meditation hear on Monday and Friday. The Nikayas or the suttas, the Bhagavad Gita, especially chapters 3 and 13, we recommend. The Upanishads, especially the Kena and Katha Upanishad. The Torah or the Talmud, Psalms. Our favorite Psalms are the 23rd, the 24th, and the 144th. Proverbs, both the Old and the New Testament. The Sermon on the Mount, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Whatever it is that you use for spiritual guidance in your life. God, as Buddhists, we don't have an anthropomorphic God. Maybe that answers Sai's question. We don't have an anthropomorphic God. We've got good, orderly direction, the way things are. If that's too airy-fairy, how about grace over drama? God. Very few people want drama over grace. Or how about Gus? Great universal spirit. That'll work. Whatever your vision of God is, whatever God you appeal to in your life, we can listen to deep lessons about this, and you can find this in many places. We're going to recommend a couple. The Tao Te Ching, the Analects of Confucius. Out here in East Asia, that's a popular one. The teachings of various Ajahns, especially Ajahn Chah. He's our guy. Not to put anybody else down, but we love this guy. The Stoics, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, William Shakespeare, and many, many others. Please, again, check out the bibliography that's in the description box for the January 16th, our Friday meditation last week. So why do we do this? Well, we listen to a slow reading of spiritual material because it's literature. Every time we hear it, it changes a little bit. We achieve a deeper insight into it. You've heard it said, we cannot wade in the same stream twice. The stream is not the same, and we are not the same person we were the last time we dove into it. Repetition sets the wisdom of moral teachings into our mind. We contemplate what the teacher is saying. We take those guides and we apply them to our own life. And wisdom arises. We don't have to force it. We don't try to drive it. We let it arise on its own. Now, in this group, we lean heavily on the Dhammapada, the Nikayas, and the Bhagavad Gita. It's daily Dhamma, the words of the Buddha. But we respect the beliefs of other people too. Wisdom comes from many sources, so please find passages that are meaningful to you and listen to them repeatedly. But please keep in mind this: the noble ones who wrote the Old Testament, the New Testament, the sutras, the Dhammapada, whatever it is that you use, wanted us to take the words out of the books, put them into our lives, and try them out for ourselves. They are a map, not the terrain. Just because we've seen a map of the Amazon basin doesn't mean we know diddly squat about walking around in the Amazon. So try it out and see for yourself. Put it a different way. Here's something. If you were judging a baking contest, would you award prizes based on the recipe, or would you taste the cake? We encourage everyone to taste the cake. Choose for yourself. Now, as promised, there's some listening material around that we highly recommend. And this is in the description box, so you don't have to write it down or nothing. We highly recommend the YouTube channel that is named Wisdom of the Masters, and it is narrated by Samaneti Jayasada. And a Samaneri is a 10-precept nun. She ordained in the same sect that I adhere to, the Thai forest tradition of Theravada Buddhism. She ordained in that in 2002, and she has gone on to read many traditional readings. And for one thing, her voice is heaps better than mine, and you will find Jewish and Christian and Hindu and Buddhist and Taoist traditions and many others beautifully rendered. So please check her out. Yesterday I listened to her brother Lawrence, and it's transcendent. It's really beautiful. So we highly recommend that. So just a final note, to end suffering, we must stop craving, clinging, and clamoring for things. And so this week, as we go through our day, if you find yourself restless, irritable, or discontent, please take a breath, step into the next room, close the door, put your headphones in and turn on this recording. Imagine yourself with a ball of white light an inch or two below your nostrils. Breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Namaste. Okay. Hey, Brian, how are you doing? Pamela, hello to you. Amir, good to see you. Sai, no, we don't worship that thing. That's a teaching Buddha, by the way. Much in the way that Christians don't worship a crucifix, I don't imagine. I don't know. What do I know? I'm a Buddhist. Anyway, thank you for coming. Hey, Glenn, thanks for being here. See you soon. Please join us again next Friday, January 23rd at 3:45 p.m. Japan time. Check today's reading on Daily Dhamma for January 19th for the steps. There's a little 3-step thing for how to get onto this live stream. If you're here, you already know how. If you're listening to this after it's posted, please check it out. And if this was useful, please give us a like, a comment, share with others, or consider giving us a super thanks. And thank you very much for being here. Namaste.